Straight out of Nippon, AniPod is back, baby.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, you weren't in Japan.
He was in Little Tokyo. Did you go to
never
Little
been to
Tokyo?
Japan.
No, I didn't go to Little Tokyo.
God.
I would have
Again,
just,
not for the second time?
I would have just killed myself because Matt just DMs me every place in actual Tokyo.
Serious?
Tokyo,
Yes.
That's not true. That's not entirely true. Yes, the first time I went to Tokyo, not the second time I went to Tokyo.
Basically, I went to Japan twice through you, Matt. So, regardless,
I'm returning to Japan in a month, actually. Yeah.
and I'll be studying there. Great. Basically, AniPod was dead because of Japan. Who would have thought that would be the reason? And now we're back, and we're probably not going to talk about much anime this time around.
We'll try.
But we'll probably record. Well,
Yeah, believe it or not, anime is actually kind of hard to watch
so
in
hard.
Japan. It's really hard to access
just record it.
Well,
We didn't all bring over video.
we didn't I didn't
recording
carry a
sets,
DVR with me.
TiVos.
Yeah, remember that one night I had to stay awake until 1:30 a.m.
did?
just to watch the first episode of New Game Season 2?
What didn't you?
It was
So-
worth
Didn't
it.
you stay up? For,
It was worth it, yes.
Did you stay up for Made in Abyss as well?
I tried to, but I fell asleep.
Yeah, I stayed awake for Princess Principal, and
I did too, and that was not worth it.
Yeah,
Oh, come on, Mr. Neither of you understood what the fuck was
Wait,
going
I
on.
don't-
Don't
No,
give a shit.
no. There was nothing to understand. It was a spy show. Some guy was a double spy, and yeah, that was it. And some sister got tortured.
it was way too late for spies for me. I was just like, fuck it, I can't.
Yeah, the only thing I
can't take
remember
this.
was, Yuki Kadra sound exactly like Yuki Kadra as usual.
Yeah,
and,
who would have thought?
Yeah,
the opening credits were all in English.
I know. I thought, wait, is this an English dubbed version that's gonna be on Japanese TVs or whatever?
No, you would have heard me complaining in the background if that was the case.
That wasn't the only show that had English credits in its opening sequence. There was another show. I think 18 If had English credits.
Did you actually watch that while you were in Japan?
I saw the first episode, and I don't think I'm gonna continue.
I mean,
Oh.
18 If is every episode's done by a different director, so very hit or miss probably.
Oh.
But I think that's
okay.
yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah, it's a cool project.
That's
Probably.
like Ao Bangaku.
I haven't watched it
anyway.
yet. Check out the next AniPod episode where we probably talk about anime.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about anime right now, and speaking of anime, what else I saw in Japan? The first episode of Ruby in Japanese dub.
Did you?
It was
Yeah.
still
You
bad.
watched all of these episodes
It was on television. It was on
in Osaka.
channel that channel that you told me to watch anime on.
Oh yeah, that one.
And yeah, what was interesting was that it was playing in Osaka as well. So Ruby was airing in Osaka on Kansai TV, which airs a lot less anime. So if you think
Yeah.
about the limited amount of anime that they show in Kansai, and for them to give one of those slots to Ruby, as opposed to an actual thing made in Japan airing that season, I don't know. Just it's bringing down borders.
I want you guys to stop talking about anime because Japan is not only anime.
That's true.
It is. It totally
I
is.
want- well-
If you do Tokyo, it's all anime. Once you get
It's
to
not.
Kansai,
It's really not, Callum. Just everywhere you went was obviously going to be anime specific.
I went to,
Nakuno, Ikebukuro, Akihabara.
No, I went to Shinjuku, Shibuya, even the big mainstream places were heavily.
Yeah, you only went there
anime
because they're
inspired.
you only went there because they were an anime. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm
Admittedly,
sure you did I'm sure you did your Uriname tour around Tokyo, and that's why you went to Shinjuku in the first place.
No, I did my Persona 5 tour.
Oh, that's also in Shinjuku. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the Persona 5 bit in Shinjuku is I think that's actually in Kabukicho.
Kabukicho is a seedy place. It is a really seedy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever, if anyone listening ever goes to Japan, Kabukicho is interesting. It's an experience, that's for sure. That's in Shinjuku.
Maybe
right
explain
in
what
the
it
middle of
is instead of just describing it as an experience.
It's the red light district.
It's the red
There you
light
go.
district. That's how you
I know.
translate
I knew
it,
that,
yeah.
but you should probably not.
Don't
like
most
this.
people know that?
Nah, not
No.
weeaboos.
It was great because in Kabukicho, they're opening like this VR zone place where you go in and you try like original exclusive VR games. And at the opening ceremony, like there was like kind of the mayor or whatever he was of Kabukicho, and he was just so happy to be. It seemed like he was so happy to be opening something that wasn't a strip club.
Is there perhaps a 2D-esque place in that area? You know, just
A
VR?
2D strip club.
Yeah.
No, they're not. A lot of them aren't strip clubs. They're actually girls' clubs where essentially this is how they get you. They have attractive women stand outside of the clubs and they try to get in foreigners by being really nice. Sometimes they have a really nice bouncer instead. And they say, oh, come in, have a drink or two. Talk with these really pretty girls. And you go in and...
Girls?
The seating charge is like 800 USD and a drink is like 1,000 USD. So you come out with having to pay like 2 months rent. That's Kabukicho.
Are you speaking from experience?
I'm not speaking from experience, but it's pretty obvious.
That has happened.
I mean, if you've ever searched up Kabukicho or Roppongi, you're going to find the term Nigerian. Now, this is extremely racist, but there are black people in Kabukicho and Roppongi that try to get foreigners into specific clubs. And apparently in Japan, they are just known as Nigerian because everyone who's black comes from the nation of Nigeria.
Okay. I went to Roppongi and it was quite nice.
I'm serious. I'm not joking about this. This is
I just
real.
wanted to know if there was a place I could go and get my dick stepped on by a 2D girl, alright? Like I didn't want to know about
I'm just
this.
saying Japan is
You
Japan
stay at
is a
home
journey.
for that.
Roppongi's also seedy too. I
went to Roppongi Hills, but I guess that's
Roppongi Hills is not Roppongi.
They had like a Doraemon like kind of exhibit
Roppongi Hills
thing.
is beautiful. When you go to Roppongi where the bars are and where the clubs are, it's pretty seedy.
I stick near Doraemon. Doraemon keeps me away from those places.
You see, if you go anywhere in Japan, it's beautiful because it's Japanese made. Nippon steel, some would say. It's like Matt kept on mentioning how, like, I haven't been to Japan. I was at Anime Expo while they were there because I couldn't afford to go. Well, I guess I could have afforded to go, but I didn't know that at the time, and then I made a mistake, and then I didn't go to Japan, and then I went to Anime Expo, and I had a good time there. But I was in Japan, so, you know, I bought a noose, thought about hanging myself, but I didn't do it because I'm going to go to Japan and study there for a year at some point, probably in the next year or so, I don't know. And then I'm going to meet up with these two, and we're not going to record AniPod anymore.
Yeah, that's actually true, because Callum and I are actually moving to Japan. We're both going to live in Tokyo at the same time, and it's going to be great.
Oh, no,
Callum, we have to do a live stream in Tokyo if we do live there. Why not?
Why do we have to... Why do we have to, like...
Why not?
You're going to be so far away. I'm going to have so many excuses.
What do you mean I'm going to be so far away? I'm just going to be in North Tokyo. I'm not even at the point where I'm on Adachi yet. I'm just like above Sumida.
Look, you're going to be calling me saying, "Hey, Callum, want to hang out?" So I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm where can't you get to?" I mean, like I just went off to Hiroshima.
No. Hiroshima is beautiful, despite the fact that we nuked it.
You sent me a screenshot of a text conversation you had with your fucking mom, Matt.
Yeah.
And it was when you were in Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking, what was it? She 1 sec, let me find it. Give me a moment. Fucking pat out the time. Japan, it was great. It was wonderful. They were Japanese girls. They're beautiful. I found it. So you said you texted your mom, "I'm going to Hiroshima tomorrow for a day trip." Okay, Matt. Okay, RCAnime, honey, be careful and be safe. Are you going with your friends? I know someone who lives in the city. Someone to go hang out with her. Take some pictures. It's a historical place for World War II, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then you reply, "Yeah, it's the place we nuked." And she just replies, "So have fun." You should go to bed now. It's late.
She's an optimist. I love my mother. She's an optimist.
She messaged you so many times during that trip, didn't she?
Not that much.
Are you gonna go to that other place?
I just remember,
nuked?
like the first day that I saw you, you were like had a text from your mother.
Maybe, because I actually speak to my parents. No, there was that one time where I was FaceTiming with my mom in Akiba, and I was showing her all these
you
anime
mentioned
stores. Yeah. But Callum, what about your adventures in Japan?
I had
What's
many
your side of the
adventures in
story?
Japan. What was it? Are you asking about Universal and the Yokai Watch exhibit?
Oh no.
I'm not, but you've started the conversation, so let's go with that.
Look, you go into you line up with all of these families and all these kids, and they're all dancing along to the song they're playing in the line. You go in, and
Where's the
suddenly,
white man, mommy?
and this guy, I'm fucking huge, so I tower over everyone.
Fucking huge! Well, as soon as Callum got off the plane, dude, fucking started shouting Godzilla.
To be fair, it was really easy to spot Callum despite being in Tokyo Station, which is a really crowded place.
I know. It was really easy to spot you because I just looked over everyone's heads and I went, oh, that's the one with the American
hairstyle.
Oh my god, it's not that when I move to Japan, I have to get a Japanese hairstyle just so I stop getting the English menu.
Yeah.
I love that, like, waitresses and waiters wouldn't even talk to you. They just hand you the English menu. They knew you weren't pure Japanese. They knew that you were scum. You were not worth the time and effort of even handing a Japanese menu. If I was there, they would treat me as one of their own.
See, this is what happened in Yoshinoya. I went with Callum, and they gave us the English menu, and I just put it away, and I took the Japanese menu out.
So much of the English menus just have things missing, as if they're like, no,
That's
we
what
don't
annoys me
serve
about the
foreigners
English menu.
this.
Foreigners don't deserve the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I love Matsuya so much, so you can just order without having to speak to anyone on a machine.
It's so great. I love the fact that part of Japan's consumer culture is just not talking to anyone. Just not having to acknowledge each other's existence.
Yeah, conveyor belt sushi, vending machines, anime.
There's some like stores, like some izakaya places, where there's a curtain between you and the bartender, so you just don't have to look at anyone.
Is that no? I thought those were ramen shops.
Oh, it's a ramen shop?
Yeah, because izakayas are purely made for conversation.
Oh, it looks like it was set out like because it had a bar, but then curtains on front of the bar, and then like just some person pushed.
Yeah,
food,
it was probably
like,
a
in front
ramen
of
shop
you.
then.
Yeah, it's probably ramen.
Because ramen shops are also have the same counter design.
Oh yeah.
Matt, you told me about how you went to the K-On! School, which first off, go fuck yourself. You should have not gone and waited for me to come with you.
Yeah, because I'm never going back. Because fuck the Japanese Inaka. The Japanese countryside.
I remember you messaging me, and you're like, the conductor left the train. We're just stopped in the middle of nowhere. I don't have a ticket, Glenn. I don't even know how I got on this train. Like, what the? I don't.
Okay, here. Let me tell the story. So, I'll tell the story of the K-On! High School right after this. This was me leaving Toyosato, which is where the school is. And Toyosato is in between Kyoto and Maibara. It's closer to Maibara than it is to Kyoto. So I was going to go to Maibara and take the Shinkansen back to Kyoto and meet up with Callum in Nara. But now, I don't understand how the countryside trains work because the stations in each of the small towns, including Toyosato, didn't have a ticket booth. So I kind of got on the train and was thinking, where do I get a ticket? How do I pay for this? Because it's by distance. How do they know when I got on and by the time I get off somewhere? So I was just riding on the train thinking about this, and I was surrounded by these people in school uniforms.
Oh yeah, you sent me a creepy photo of the schoolgirls.
There was a schoolgirl who had a bag that just said "die."
Oh, she was so cute.
Yeah.
You should have talked to her.
No, what?
You should have been like,
I should have been like, "Konnichiwa."
Hi, RCAnime desu.
Anyways, the train stops in between two little towns, little villages, and we're just in the middle of the rice fields. Literally the rice fields. In the Inaka, there's dragonflies just swarming around. You can hear the cicadas. And the guy leaves. It's 25 minutes passes, and I text Glenn, I don't know if he's coming back.
That's when I told him to hit on the girls again. But
I was like, did he just go kill himself or something? I don't know. In this country, I wouldn't doubt it. So I was just thinking, and then 40 minutes passes, and I was just thinking, I can't stay here.
and
Nothing
during
is
that
happening.
time, the schoolgirls were just sitting silently, weren't they?
Yeah, everyone was just sitting silently. And I just leave because the doors are open. I jump off, like land into the field, and walk to the nearest town, or walk to the nearest city, which was 40 minutes away. I walked to Hikone, and then I just spent time in Hikone just thinking, I just walked all the way here through the countryside, like through rice fields.
When you told me that you were doing that, when you messaged me, I literally turned off my light in my room, turned off my PC, lied down, and went to bed. And I was just like, my friend's gonna die tonight. It's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I got to Hikone, and I was like, you know what? Since I'm here, I might as well see something. And the Hikone is famous for its castle, but you have to go pay to see the castle. So I said, no thanks. And then I just took the train to Maibara, and then took the Shinkansen back to Kyoto. And then I met Callum to see some deers.
Yep.
But yeah.
And I kept getting shouted at by American tourists with these thick, like, country accents because I kept trying to take selfies of me and the deers, but apparently they were just trying to get all of these, like, really nice shots with them, like, standing in front of deers politely whilst I was stood there doing dumb faces because I was memeing.
Yeah.
I just wanted, like, shit posts. I just wanted shit posts of me and deers. But everyone else was taking it so seriously, and they just kept getting mad at me.
You had to take pictures for someone.
Oh, yeah, because at first that person, like, asked me, oh, do you want me to take a picture for you? And I was like,
No.
I didn't want to explain to her that I was just doing, like, really dumb pictures of me and deers. And then I was like, no, and then she was like, oh, then can you take a picture of me? So I ended up having to take this picture of these two people. God.
Can you imagine living a life as sad as those people? Going to Japan and not going there just for the anime? What the fuck?
I know, they were like there to
Glenn,
see some deers and then they
not
left.
even, like 10 minutes ago, you just said Japan's not all about the anime.
Yeah, I lied.
It is all about the anime.
I'm not
so
subtle
many
about the
places.
things.
It's not. Come on, there's culture. You know, there's castles.
Yeah, there's culture. That's why I'm gonna spend every
there's,
day I'm there in Akiba.
earthquakes.
Maybe Ikebukuro a bit. Mostly Akiba though.
Nakano Broadway is better than Akiba in terms of products. Akiba is better for its atmosphere, just because it's just fun to be there.
It kind of, but it's full of white people.
Isn't Akiba where most of the anime-themed cafes are? Or at least a lot of them.
They're kind of spread around.
That's not entirely true. I'd say there is maybe 3 or 4 collab cafes that are in Akiba, but for Tokyo as a whole, like the rest outnumber what they have in Akiba. Now, if you want to talk about a specific area, then maybe.
You guys are missing out on the Fate Collide one right now. You guys left
that's
in the nick of time.
Yeah, that's in Machiasobi Cafe, isn't it?
I hear if you go to that cafe, they immediately arrest you.
The thing that, like, Machiasobi Cafe, because I went there when they were doing their Akashic Records collab. They don't take their collab seriously at all. Like, downstairs in the Euphor Table Cafe, they take them really seriously, and you got to book in advance. I just
in the Magic Records one, it was like, oh look, it's a white drink. It's that girl.
Yeah.
What's her name? I don't know. Here's a picture of her.
Absolutely, yeah. And then they just had like an episode playing like on the back wall. So I just
that's so
kind
lame.
of, and there was nobody, but it was kind of nice because there was nobody there, and it was just a nice cafe, and it wasn't too expensive. So
I know, but like the Girls in Panza one that Matt went to the last time he was there, like that one looked so good. Yeah,
that was actually really good. The food itself was good, and I went back because they had a Monogatari collaboration.
Oh, yeah, you sent me pictures.
I went
of
with
that.
Callum.
Yeah, but the Machiasobi Cafe was originally the second floor of Studio Euphor Table, and you can still kind of see the markings of where the desks used to be, and they've got pictures of how it used to be an anime studio and everything.
Yeah, and that means nothing to me.
I know, but it's nice, and like the person there.
I don't think I've ever liked the UFO table
get paid
show.
as much as they deserve.
UFO table's nice. I like UFO.
Yeah, their
table.
stuff looks.
Maybe they should pay their employees.
Their entire studio is now just two cafes because they moved their entire studio to like close.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah,
from
I'm
their
surprised,
cafes.
Callum. In Kyoto, you didn't go to KyoAni at all. Not the studio order shop.
What the fuck? You were in Kyoto, Callum. Why didn't you go?
I was going through Eccentric Family locations. I was doing a fucking stamp rally. I did it.
Who gives a fuck? Eccentric Family 2 wasn't as good as the first season.
I haven't finished Eccentric Family season.
Yeah, who would have
2.
thought you wouldn't finish an anime?
Cause I was in Japan.
I have the story. I have another story for the Eccentric Family stamp rally because Callum essentially gave up halfway through in Gion. So I said, you know what? I'll go to Nanzenji Temple and get that stamp for you because I want to go to Nanzenji Temple. And I went. It's beautiful. That's where they shot Lost in Translation, and that's also where they used a location for the first K-On! Opening too. And so I was just thinking, wow, this is like my mecca in Kyoto. And it's beautiful. It's so mystical. It came out of a Ghibli film or something. And there was this mist that was really nice because it was about to rain. Now that's important because it was about to rain. But I just kept on going deeper and deeper into the forest, up the mountain, because I was just thinking, wow, this just doesn't stop being nice. And then it gets really dark. And I look up and I said, it's not the nighttime yet. And I see all these clouds and then thunder comes. And I said, that's not that nice. I get my umbrella up and I was like, let me just kind of get down the mountain. I didn't realize that I spent an hour climbing the mountain, so it was going to take me another hour to get down the mountain. 5 minutes later, torrential rain just pours down. Just like trillions of gallons of rain just soaks me and destroys my umbrella. Like it rips my shoes. And I'm just here I am spending an hour trying to leave this fucking mountain while I'm getting killed by Poseidon. And
that's not a Japanese god. You shut your fucking mouth.
Well, I don't know. Like I don't know. Freaking Tanaka or whatever
I'll accept it. Well, I mean, I would have preferred you to say aqua.
Like Umi or Amegaf. Ame.
Aqua.
Aqua.
Aqua, yeah.
Aqua.
There you go.
Well, Aqua's like just fucking me over.
The gods fucking knew, dude. They knew what you did. When you went to the K-On! School, you told me that there was really no one else there. You were by yourself. I know you jerked off in that fucking room.
What the fuck?
I know you did it.
I was telling a story, and what the fuck?
I would have done it.
What? First of all, I couldn't have.
How many people get to say they masturbated in the K-On! Class?
I couldn't have because there was this guy who was working there, and he was essentially acting as my tour guide, and then he was trying to speak English with me while I was trying to speak Japanese with him. And he was just so happy to see someone there.
He would have been happier if you whipped it out.
Though.
Just like pulled up K-On! Dojin on your fucking phone. Which actually, that wouldn't be very good because every K-On! Dojin is fucking rape.
Yeah. But anyways, I spent 2 hours in really bad weather and I got kind of killed by the rain. And then Callum messaged me, "Are you okay?" And I just replied, "No."
At that exact same time, because when the rain came down, I was in Kyoto Station. I was like gonna go like somewhere else, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go back to Osaka.
But I ended up getting to Osaka faster than you because I took the Shinkansen.
Yeah,
wasn't Osaka like?
Osaka's really nice,
part?
but they
I don't like. No, it's really industrial, so that depends if.
Osaka City is nice, like the middle bit where it's like, just like five. Buildings.
Because there's a carbon copy of Shinjuku.
Kind of, yeah. But kind of a bit more vertical and it's a bit larger.
Namba is, I think, where Osaka is really nice. Like Dotonbori. And you didn't even go to Dotonbori.
I did. Just not when you were there.
Alright. Well. But yeah. Callum got stuck on a JR train in the middle of Kyoto and Osaka because of the rain.
A JR train, like they actively just stopped the train at some points because they're like, oh, the rain's too much, and so yeah, and then we got back to Osaka, like around the same time, And then somehow without even communicating, we just met each other on these like stairs, like in some like weird like
run into each other in the middle of the busiest part of Osaka.
Your name?
how the
There were thousands of people there, and I just see Callum. It's like Callum on the stairs going up into the stage.
Directed by fucking Makoto Shinkai.
It was pretty much that exact scene from the end of Your Name. I was like, and then like you had to buy new shoes. I remember that.
You had to buy new shoes and change in like the bathroom mall, like the mall's bathroom. Oh yeah, because we met in the stair and you were on top and I was on the bottom. I was like, Callum, have we met before?
It was the weird, because I'd pretty much just resigned myself to saying, I'm not going to see Matt again today. And then it was so weird.
That was a really strange moment. But yeah, so imagine the rain was bad enough to stop a train. I was just in the middle of it, in the woods.
Yeah,
with a broken umbrella, and
you still managed to make your way all the way back, get on the Shinkansen, get to Osaka, exactly the same time as my train took 1.5 hours.
Yeah, my train took 5 minutes.
Genuinely,
that's the bullet train for you.
Yeah, I was so depressed the entire time. My phone ended up dying. I used up an entire portable battery to keep it alive.
I do have a lot of yeah.
Yeah, don't interrupt me ever again. What do you mean? Fuck you. Kyoto's great.
I hate Kyoto.
Yeah, you hate good places just like how you hate anime and you don't watch anime. But did you enjoy Akiba?
I didn't actually enjoy Akiba as I thought I would. I enjoyed it really like a lot the first time, like my first reaction of it. But then after going to Nakano and then going to Akiba feels so touristy. It's like
and
a
Nakano
tourist
doesn't.
Trap. Not as much.
And Nakano isn't.
Nakano doesn't have. There's not many white people in Nakano.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how many white people did you see while you were in Akiba? Like, what was the ratio?
Loads. Like every second. Yeah, like I even somewhere on my phone somewhere there's pictures of white people in Akiba.
I'd say half of them were wearing wigs too.
I just took loads of pictures of white people in Akiba. It was great. That was, and every second shop was like a tax-free shop. So it was like, nobody who's Japanese goes.
Yeah, but
here.
you didn't. Did you go to the back alleys of Akiba?
I mean, you escorted me to one of them. Said, here's some underground idols. So I told Matt to open the door so I could hear the music, and I was like, we don't need to pay to go in. Let's just stand here and listen.
You see, Glen will go with me because there's this place.
Totally.
I think it's called Dream Stage, and this is where if you've seen Akiba's Trip, this is where the idols sing in Akiba's Trip, and a lot of idols, including AKB48 and whatever other J-pop idol, which they all sound the same anyway.
Fuck off.
A lot of them originate from performing on Dream Stage. So I was trying to get Callum to go in with me, saying that maybe we'll see the next AKB48. Who knows?
Oh, but we didn't. We heard them, and we heard them for free. It was 500 yen to get in there.
They weren't very good.
The point of Japanese concerts isn't to hear the music; it's to be engaged in the atmosphere that comes with the concert. Japanese concerts are fucking amazing. Like, I'm not gonna say much about AX because like none of the people I wanted with me. But Any Song World Matsuri and Kawaii Live,
it's no comparison.
Of course, it's no comparison though.
It is fuck
Any song's
Western
amazing.
Concerts. Fuck white people. Like, seriously. Yeah. Oh my god, I have never felt so alive and just engaged in any human activity before. Like, it's not often I'll say this. I want to leave my room just so I can go to another Japanese concert. They're unbelievable.
Wow. I really wanted to, like, all of the bands that I wanted to see, they were like, oh, we're not doing any concerts between the day that you arrive and the day that you leave. Like,
yeah, when I go, I really want to like go to a concert.
Yeah,
Tokyo Dome.
I wanted to see Man with a Mission, but like on the day that I arrived, they left Tokyo to go on their big European tour, and then they got back like 2 days after I left, and it's like, god damn it. They're
Man, I
just
really love
avoiding it at
Japanese
this point.
concerts, says Callum. The guy who fell asleep at Any Song World Matsuri
Look,
2016.
I was so tired. Please forgive
okay.
me. And like,
It's okay.
I
You
fell
fell asleep during Jam
during the
Project,
worst
so it
one.
doesn't matter.
No, I didn't. Not Jam Project. I fell asleep during the idol group people. What were their names? Like
Spear.
Circle or something? Sphere.
Spear
that
was
it.
great. Spear was great.
Sphere was one of the best ones.
Yeah, they
I
had one of the
didn't
best
like Sphere
performances.
that much. Actually, no, I did fall asleep during Jam Project, didn't I?
Yeah, Jam Project had the weakest performance. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Like, I was actually excited for them.
I actually
And
don't
so-
remember Jam Project.
They were very like, despite being like the closer, they're very unmemorable.
Yeah, they just did.
TM
the
Revolution
One
knows how to
Punch
give a
Man
show.
and-
TM Revolution,
TM Revolution
should have been the
great.
closer.
Yeah.
It upsets me that AX is so against having repeat guests, because I wish TM Revolution was there this year, or
Yeah.
they're going to be there again, because they had easily the best performance of 2016, like, and even in comparison to 2017, they still lived up.
Did they do a Battle of the Bands this year?
No, but they had two concerts, so they had the Kawaii Live and they had Any Song, and Kawaii Live.
That's the
Kawaii
big one.
Live is something that it's never gonna. It's a concert that'll never happen in Japan, and there were quite a few Japanese people at Any Song World Months at the Kawaii Live, because
I like how you're saying Kawaii Live, which you're essentially just saying Scary Live.
Yeah, that's what they call it though.
Kawaii.
I'm sorry that I'm not putting the emphasis on it. It was scary because they fucking announced it so late that I missed like the first 30 minutes of the fucking concert because I had to get people off their fucking planes. Thanks a lot, AX, and your great fucking scheduling. Like a concert of Idolmaster, Accords, or the Love Live Sunshine group, Wake Up Girls,
Wow.
and fucking Juna, like
Which Idolmaster, by the way?
Wakor.
Which Idolmaster?
It was Cinderella Girls.
Oh, okay, so the
Some of them.
better one.
The Anzu Kiari, fucking, fuck, my favorite. Oh god, Mika. There's like 7 of them. Moon. They didn't play Hotel Moonside though, even though she was there.
Which is it's the best song.
It
Hotel
is one of
Moonside.
the best Idolmaster songs, and they didn't play it. Like if they had
It's
played
a
it,
good
I would have.
Idolmaster song.
I would have
don't-
freaked
I
the
don't know any other Idolmaster
fuck out.
song.
Juna was the best performance this year. Wakor from Across Delta. It was super good.
Oh, nice.
Regardless, there's not much to say about Anime Expo. There was the Violet Evergarden premiere. There was Welcome to the Ballroom, but that's already aired, so who cares?
Did you watch Violet Evergarden?
No. The lines were so like everything was so bad this year.
And they weren't bad last year.
Okay, no, people like I didn't deal with this problem because I saw the line and I was like, that mass of people, I don't want to stand in that, so I'm gonna get in another way. Which is what we do every convention we go to, Matt. Anime Next 2015. We fucking snuck in. Anime
we
Expo
cheated
2016.
so badly.
We
We found the
fucking
side
stuck in.
entrance,
Anime
yeah.
Expo 2017. I fucking led the way. Like, I was the leader. Can you imagine me being the leader? Yeah, me neither. I was fucking like, follow me. Sneaking through the underground tunnels, and then we found this door, and we just got in. And I was like, oh. And, like, there were people tweeting that they waited, like, 7 fucking hours to get in. It was ridiculous.
I remember, like, that was my distinct memory of Anime Expo 2016. Those huge lines out the front, but I never went in line to get in. I don't
Yeah,
know
we
what they
never
were
went
Oh
doing.
yeah, never went
ju-
online. We
we
went to
just
the side
walked
entrance. There was a
around,
second
just-
main entrance.
Yeah, and nobody like they just like. I don't think anyone actually checked our passes, did they?
I just
No,
don't know how
not
people
really.
think when they look at a line that passes on to another neighborhood. How do
I
they
mean-
think this is okay? Let me just go on here.
So
I mean,
it's so
I
easy to
assume
get
like,
in
they're probably
otherwise.
making the assumption that not all of these people are stupid, more than likely, so why would they wait in this line if they didn't have to? Anyways, the secret entrance we found on the first day, they kind of closed it off the next day, so we did technically have to wait in line, but by then, the lines were actually fixed. Regardless, Anime Expo's completely garbage event. Can't wait to go back.
I don't think I'm ever going back.
Well, if I'm going to Japan, I might not go back, but I do want to go back because my lovely friends.
Comiket will be your new AX.
I want to, but like that's like during school.
No, it's not.
Matt, you're not gonna be there. You're not gonna be there for
I'm not going to Comic-Con. I'll never go.
I know,
to
but you're not gonna be there during the next Winter Comic-Con. Like I'd go if you were there. I would go to Winter Comic-Con. I would go during that time because I want to go to Japan during winter.
Yeah, and you can go by yourself because I'm not gonna be there.
When is Winter Comic-Con? Go with me as well.
January. Glenn, you can just go to Winter Comic-Con 2019 or Summer Comic-Con 2019.
That's so far away.
I want to do Anime Japan. When's Anime Japan?
Anime Japan's March. It's March.
March? Oh, God.
It's like March.
Oh,
April.
hey, I'm going to be in Japan in March. All right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
might be. It's around then that I'm going there. Oh, it's late March. Okay, I might be there.
I thought you were going in February.
February or March. I did.
Okay,
School
so we're
things.
essentially going the exact same. We're essentially
About-
moving to Japan in the exact same time.
Pretty
I can
much,
try to plan
yeah.
my trip to go that, and I can go to Anime Japan with you. But like, I don't know. We'll see.
I would go to Anime Japan, not Comic-Con though.
Oh yeah, Anime Japan's significantly smaller
Yeah.
than Comic-Con, the largest convention in the entire world.
Because it's a
For just porn.
Like,
It's not just porn. Like, trust me, I love the idea that 1 million fucking people go to a convention for porn, because I fucking would, but that's not the case. Yeah. Stop saying that.
Okay, for fan fiction.
Just because every anime focuses on fucking porn doesn't mean it's just the porn.
What? Did you hear what you just said?
Dude, you got every anime that goes to Comic-Con, it's usually has to deal with the doujin circles.
Yeah, but it's not just that.
fan fiction.
It rarely taps on any of the other parts of Comic-Con.
Like, large companies are going there and setting up huge booths. So, it's not
And
just
the porn's
the
only,
porn.
like, one day. Well, actually, no, it's every day. Like, the genres change throughout the day, the days, I believe.
Yeah. But then there's loads of doujin that's not pornographic at all, and there's loads of doujin games and doujin...
there's not as many
novels.
doujin games now as you want. Doujin visual novels have become, like, visual novels in general have become less and less of a...
Doujin games are still, like... And since, like, the indie game boom, a lot of indie game fans, like, even off in America, are buying Japanese indie games.
No, yeah, I mean, I've played a few. Illegally, I'm sorry. I wish I could have bought your game, guys. Regardless, let's make our plans of meeting up in Japan live right now.
Yeah. Let's schedule things out.
Yeah, Glenn. Don't fly into Narita. Try to fly into Haneda because Narita is kind of a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Just go for the cheaper one. It's not that hard. It's like you get a $20 like limousine bus to go from Narita into like center of Tokyo.
Oh yeah, Callum. When we first met, how you messaged me, look up, and there you were.
Oh yeah, like Matt got off the bus and he was like just on his phone, like just standing there, and I was staring at him, and I knew that he was probably like messaging me, and so I just messaged him, look up, and he just looked straight at me. Because I was like,
and there was
away.
Callum's
there was
beautiful
Godzilla.
face. Hey, if
So
you go to Shinjuku, Godzilla's
That's so cute.
there.
You guys are my favorate couple.
I waited so long for Matt.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I wasn't sure like what time you'd get in, so I just
Callum.
waited there for 2 hours.
I texted you when I landed. I mean, my plane was a bit late, but
Yeah, see, I was already waiting for you when you messaged me.
Callum,
Oh, that's-
when you two met up and he asked, "You didn't wait long, did you?" You did give the right reply, right?
Oh, I said, nah, just got here, mate.
Good.
I really think that's what Callum said. I don't remember.
No, I didn't say that. You never even cared how long I was waiting for you.
To be fair, I was really jet lagged. I didn't, because the previous night I didn't get a hotel for myself in Paris for the last night because I wanted to save money. So I
yeah,
just
you
walked
walked
around
around.
Paris throughout the entire night. I almost got killed 2 times while walking around Paris by myself. And yeah, like Paris is a beautiful city, but not very safe actually. So I was just kind of fearing for my life. for I think 8 hours until I got on the plane. I couldn't get any sleep on the 13-hour flight. I had a 2-hour flight to Madrid where I had to wait 3 hours in Madrid and then get on a 13-hour flight to Tokyo. So I did not sleep the entire time. And when I got there and I got to my place and I just fell asleep on Callum. Not on Callum, but like Callum was like sitting there like playing Persona or something and I just fell asleep.
Dude, the fanfiction's written itself. Just keep going.
I was playing Magikarp Jump, actually.
Oh, fuck that game. You were playing that the entire time.
I'm still, like, I keep getting up to the point where it's updated, so, like,
No.
I just complete the game up to the point where it no longer lets me play.
Oh, but after, when I woke up, Callum and I went to Harajuku to get
Yeah, we did.
to a restaurant where we made
crepes.
our own okonomiyaki.
Yeah, we got...
And we got
okonomiyaki,
crepes too,
we
yeah.
got cheesecake
Oh, you guys got crepes?
Yeah, we got crepes.
Aw.
I told
I'm-
Callum,
I'm
like,
so
oh, you gotta
excited to
try
go to
these crepes. And Callum was like, oh, crepes aren't that good. And he had it. And I was like, oh, it's
I'm
pretty
so
good.
excited to go to Japan just because I want fucking crepes. I love crepes.
Oh my god, Harajuku crepes, like, they're not overhyped. They are seriously that good. I've had crepes before in Australia and I wasn't a big fan, but I had them
They're
there
not
and it's
Japanese, dude. Nippon steel.
What?
In this case, Nippon crepes.
like, Nippon crepes, yeah. Harajuku crepes. You don't get crepes from
Harajuku
anywhere
crepes.
else.
I love Harajuku. Harajuku and Omotesando, those are probably my favorite neighborhood in Tokyo.
I went to Harajuku again, like just for an hour because there's this anime being made based on a store, like an anime clothing store. So I just went there just to like film some stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, that's it.
Can you tell them who it's produced by?
It's a collaboration between Crunchyroll and Bilibili.
Yeah, Crunchyroll and Billy. Isn't that like the Chinese YouTube?
Yeah,
Sort of.
basically, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like they're teaming up to make this anime based on this backstreet Harajuku anime clothing store that was entirely it was empty when I went there. Like I didn't know if I was allowed to film inside the store, so I kind of just like hid behind like shelves just filming stuff. Because there was one person at the counter and she was just on her phone and occasionally she'd look up. So I just occasionally just like duck behind one of because I didn't want her to talk to me. I didn't want her to ask why I was here. I didn't want her to feel happy that I was going to buy something when I was actually just wanting footage to make a potential video out of.
Oh, but I love Tokyo fashion. Callum saw me. I went to Shibuya twice to shop there because clothing for men in Japan is really cheap.
I didn't buy anything. In Japan at all. Like,
Yeah, because
I
you had
went
no
to
money.
Shibuya. Oh, I had money. That was the thing. I was just like, I just realized that I could have that. I basically withdrew a certain amount and said, "Oh, I'll withdraw more when I'm there." And I just realized that if I lived so cheap and if I didn't eat out expensively and if I didn't buy anime art books or keyframes or anything, then
The
I just
cheapest
got through
in
the whole
Japan,
thing.
though, dude.
I know they're cheapest in Japan, but I'm not going to buy them. I managed to drag myself away from a Persona 5 like design book that was 3,000 yen, and I was so proud of myself.
You walked out a fucking loser.
Look, I'm happy. I'm proud of
You
myself.
walked out somebody who didn't have a fucking P5 art book. You know what that makes you? That makes you nothing. That makes you literally the most unbelievable worst gaijin. Because you're not even there to buy things.
You know what?
You're just walking
Like,
through. You're just walking through stores to just
I've,
like you're. It's the equivalent of edging. You're going in there to edge yourself. You're like, oh, I could buy this book, but I'm not going to.
Glenn, I feel like as these episodes progress, you just make more masturbation jokes.
Yeah, it's because like whenever we record this, it's always after because I work like the part-time night shift. It's always after work, and it's just like I haven't jerked off in like 8 hours, dude. Please let me Let me jerk off before we do these next time.
Don't ever change.
I'm never gonna change. I'm stuck as I hate myself. I'm glad AniPod's back.
I dreamt of a classy podcast. We're gonna take the world by storm. Everyone was gonna go.
Classy
oh,
pods.
wow.
They're so boring, dude.
So
Anyways, we're
educational.
classy when we need to.
Yeah, super classy. Like
We have super
Callum,
good
talk about your
discussions, and
meetings.
then I talk about masturbation.
Oh.
Did you jack off with any anime creators?
No. No.
All right, did you meet any of them though?
Yes, quite a
All right,
few.
cool. We'll talk about that.
I'm not sure. Like, I'll talk about the one that I know I'm allowed to talk about.
Sure. The
Which
next time,
is-
then it's
The one that's on the
it's all right.
record.
The one that's on the record is I went to meet the animated supporters, which is like this dormitory full of animators struggling to get by, and it's got really cheap rent, so they're all like animators, cohabitation, like.
One of them was
Working
the assistant
together.
animation director on Attack on Titan season 2.
Yeah, he wasn't there
Yeah,
though.
so support them on Kickstarter.
yeah.
It's still Kickstarter, right?
Not no, it's on the
It's
generosity.
Generosity.
Oh, okay, that's new.
You should give them money if you can.
Absolutely, like.
I mean,
they-
seriously, we're talking about an industry where people are making no money.
Absolutely,
Like homeless
yeah.
people who are soliciting money on the subway are probably making more than these animators.
And shockingly, your Crunchyroll subscription isn't enough, or even what I do, where I support like you're supporting shows and you're supporting producers and you're supporting the things you like. You're not supporting the animators directly. This is one of the few ways you actually can help some
Yeah.
animators out.
Yeah, the trickle-down economy in Japan does not work.
Yeah, it's. all
It
the
doesn't
money
work
that
anywhere,
you,
but it definitely does not work in Japan.
all the money that you spend on like going on like watching shows, like streaming, buying stuff, it all goes to the production committee, which is good because then they can still make more shows. But yeah, it's not fixing the problem at all. And some animators within the industry actively think, look, just get rid of the production committee system. Like, there'll be less shows, but studios will be funding things themselves. And then animators will be paid better.
And then those studios have a way higher chance of going bankrupt. Okay,
Kind of, but still
not
some
kind
of
of,
them.
definitely.
Yeah, a load of them do. There's so many studios.
Every
in Japan,
every
there's so many of them.
failure would be a way bigger burden on them in that case.
Yeah, there's no right answer to anything because every single answer involves somebody going bankrupt and somebody
I love
being on the
capitalism.
streets.
This
Yeah.
is Tezuka's fault, by the way. This is
So-
actually Tezuka's fault.
It's kind of
He's the one who made the system this way.
yeah.
And
But then,
Miyazaki was like, I'm gonna fight it by making Ghibli, and then when he retired, or said he was gonna retire, he freaking just closed Ghibli, and now people are trying to like,
Ghibli's
oh,
not closed.
let's go to Comics Wave.
I mean, Ghibli
That's half
isn't
true.
closed, but people just
Ghibli isn't.
left anyway.
Ghibli is in limbo, if anything.
Yeah, I think because Miyazaki told them, "Oh yeah, no more films," then I think a load of
They're
them
just
just
too
left
afraid.
anyway. And then
Like
some-
people are just afraid of Miyazaki, and now he's coming back to make a CG film.
yeah, not a CG film.
Yeah, it's CG. From
Are
what
we
I've
thinking
heard.
of two different films? Because there's
the caterpillar from his feature length, which was originally going to be a short for the museum, and then he says he's extending it for a feature length film.
I didn't know that was CG.
Yeah, it's CG. At least when it was first announced, it was CG. Maybe he switched it to 2D, but I don't think so.
Although it's kind of in a way, it's good that so many people left Ghibli because now so many people have the opportunity to make their own films. Like I think his name is Yonebayashi.
Mary and the Witch Flower.
Mary and the Witch's Flower is amazing. Like, I like it better than any Miyazaki film.
Yeah, who would have thought Miyazaki's bad?
Kiki's amazing. Fuck you guys.
I'm just fucking around. He has good films.
Yeah, there's some. I really like Princess Mononoke. There's other good ones as well, probably.
I'm a big fan of Up on Poppy Hill. Oh wait, that wasn't him, was it?
No,
that wasn't.
No.
I'm
That
just
was his son, wasn't it?
It was. I'm making a joke.
I love
Rest-
how Miyazaki
rest-
hates his son more than probably anyone else in the world.
You know his son hates
Just
him.
as just this reign of disappointment. If you've ever seen, I might have mentioned this before, but if you ever
You've
watched,
mentioned this so many times.
okay, but in
It's a good documentary.
Yeah, Kingdoms of Dream and Madness is a really good documentary. There's a whole segment where Miyazaki's son is just really depressed because he can't live up to Miyazaki.
It's just...
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, Dad. It's okay, Otosan. You'll never hate me as much as I hate myself.
Although Made in Abyss
Poor guy.
this season, the background director
Made in
Yeah.
Abyss production is
Ghibli.
really impressive for a TV show.
Cinema Citrus,
Absolutely,
dude.
yeah. That Cinema Citrus is Old Bones people, isn't it? Old Bones
Yep.
production people. Yeah.
But this project has a lot more talented people than usual. But like, when I think of Cinema Citrus, I just always think of Yu Yu Shiki, and Yu Yu Shiki is one of the best productions. Like, just watch Yu Yu Shiki. You
I-
piece of
like-
shit. I know.
I was in like a manga cafe at one point because Matt decided to say, "Hey, let's hang out really late in Kyoto." Oh no,
That
we
was
got
not
back
me.
late.
That was not me. That was just us hanging out and having a good time in Kyoto for the night.
An irresponsible
And we got back late.
time. We got back late. Matt made it all the way home fine. I stayed overnight in a manga cafe. So that was the thing.
You should have
And,
came
but-
with me. I caught the last train. I ran to catch the last train.
I know. But like I read a bit, like I flipped through Made in Abyss because I knew it was getting an anime soon, and then I just like the first page I saw was like one of the girl character hanging upside down naked, and I was like,
What?
oh, yeah, like Made in Abyss the manga has some weird fetish stuff that I think has been omitted from the anime,
No.
hasn't it?
No. Not
Oh
entirely, no. Did you watch episode 2?
no, I haven't had
Not
time.
entirely, dude. Not entirely.
Okay. Because
But they're like little
yes, they are
kids.
kids.
Oh, they look like really little kids.
Yes.
Dude, who would have thought I'm watching anime? Oh.
I know, but still, like normally, even the little kids have a sort. I don't. This is a weird argument.
It's even
I'm
an
not gonna
argument.
say anything.
Dude, this is the podcast where we don't talk about anime. It's the Great Return.
Yeah, where we talk about Callum, the guy now.
How was Tinder in
Tomato.
Japan? Tell me about it.
Tinder?
Yeah.
Tinder was better. Not
well, obviously, there were Japanese girls on it. Already better than the States.
Tinder was funny because you would get a lot of these girls who would just post anime girls on their profile pictures, and like
Well,
honestly,
with Anzu
they
Furubu.
might have just been like guys just messing around. But
They were
Tinder
probably
was
catfishing.
really
They
entertaining.
were probably
in Japan.
still more they were worthwhile in meeting more than most American people.
Tinder is a funny thing. I mean,
a
swipe
great
right on
place.
everyone just to see what you get. You know.
I completely forgot while I was at Expo to install Tinder and just fucking just looking at the people. But I was really busy that entire time anyway, so probably couldn't have memed on.
But
people.
Callum, the best story, and you should tell it. The Gainax tomato store.
Oh my god, we went to yeah, like so some people have heard about like the fact that Studio Gainax opened a tomato store. I was like, I need this. I need to this scoop. I want to like start off a video outside of the Gainax tomato store. I was gonna buy Gainax tomatoes. I was gonna get Matt to eat them and like give a review with his smug little face. It was gonna be great. And we went there and like it like so sometimes when you go into kind of like a shopping mall sort of complex or a building with lots of shops in it, they'll have like this big catalogue of all the stores that they have on there, and so often they'll like plaster another store over it when it's been closed. And Gainax Tomato Farm wasn't there anymore. I was like asking the person there, and he was like, oh no, it must have closed, it must have been seasonal or something.
But
And-
here, take a picture with this.
But
you know,
oh yeah,
cut
take
out.
a picture in like this. You know those pictures you put your head in,
Yeah.
like, and it was just one of those. I was like, oh no, thank you, because he was really happy to have tourists in there, and we just like looked really downcrest that the Gainax store wasn't there, so the guy just as like this sort of apology gave us an eggplant and some cucumber. And he just held it
You
out.
sure that
to
wasn't
her.
him just hitting on you? Like, here's a cucumber.
We
White
like
boy.
stared at it for a moment before we took it, and he was just holding out an eggplant and some cucumber, and then we eventually just took it and like thanks. I think we gave it to a friend of ours later, and it had no idea like what was going on.
It was pretty great though.
Like, Gainax better fucking finish that Hawaiian Girls fucking anime that they announced like ages ago.
They announced they are doing a.
You know what needs to be finished? The Ufotebo's Girls Work.
Girls Work.
Don't
Girls
mention
Work
it,
is
dude.
never
It just brings a tear. It just brings a tear to my eye every time.
But Gainax is doing a Leiji Matsumoto adaptation, like films soon.
I just want the one with the Hawaiian girls.
I know.
I'm just really
that is
worried
good.
about the tomato farm now, actually. So we don't know if it's.
Oh my god!
gonna
Yeah,
exist.
we were gonna follow up on that because their online store, like the website is open, so they might still be doing like mail orders, and they might have just lost their storefront. There's so much to learn.
So much knowledge to spread. So much knowledge to intake.
I know, because that was like out in Kobe, and
Yeah, Kobe is a beautiful city. By
that
the
was
way.
like my one thing that I wanted to do in Kobe. Thankfully, the rest of Kobe was really nice, so I didn't feel
And then
too
you went
bad.
to the Anpan Museum.
Went to the Anpan Museum. There was a dancing
then you saw
like
Anpan
Anpan
Man dance.
character. Yep.
Or
And
the other one. There was
I
another.
can't
character
even
in
remember
Anpan.
his name.
I don't know his name. He was like
He was the like
UFO
the baddie.
man or something. I don't know.
Like he was like purple and he had growly face, but he was really cute and he was dancing and having fun with all the kids. And I was like, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, and then we went to the bay, and I was like, wouldn't it be very nice if a big earthquake hit here.
Yeah, you mentioned earthquakes quite a lot, but they never ended up happening.
I know. The first time I went to Japan, there were 2 earthquakes, and now I don't like major earthquakes, like 2011 Japan or 2011 Haiti or 2011 Chile. That was a bad year for earthquakes. Yeah, no, that sucks. That genuinely sucks. But
Yeah.
That's probably what they said.
Really?
Yeah, this sucks.
Are you telling me
Yeah.
they didn't fucking? You telling me they didn't pop out the party poppers, dude?
in 2011, we also had an earthquake in New York, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die. But no, it was just like a 5-pointer, 6-pointer, and it was kind of fun. And when I went to Tokyo, we had, I think, 2 4-pointers in Tokyo, and I was like, you know what? Earthquakes are fun to ride. And I went to the Museum of Natural History in London with Russ. Oh, Russ, what happened to you?
He's never coming back to fucking AniPod. He's gone.
But I went to London. I was in London with Russ, and we went onto this earthquake simulator for the Kobe earthquake in 1995. And the simulator starts, and Russ just jolts. It was amazing. I mean, earthquakes are fun when they don't end up killing a mass amount of people. And Japan is... I mentioned this to Callum, but Japan has had, I think, more than 7 cities, like around 6 or 7 cities, completely devastated in the past 100 years. Because Tokyo was devastated in the Great Kanto
Yeah, they're
earthquake,
not
flattened out.
exactly in the best spot in the world.
Nagasaki and Hiroshima, you know what happened to them. Tohoku, gone. Kobe was gone in 1995. Kumamoto, gone in 2000. It was like 2 years ago or something, a year or 2 ago actually. And while we were in Japan, it was the rainy season, and Akita and Fukuoka got completely destroyed by floods. So that country, I've realized that the reason why in anime there's always just these devastated cities. I think that's why.
Or why whenever there's, a massive earthquake that devastates the country, anime get canceled. Or they get delayed at the very least. Oh, good times.
And then you
But
get
yeah.
Reddit threads where like everyone's like, "Where's the new episode?" And they're like, "Dude, they had an earthquake." I'm like, so many people only care about the anime.
Oh yeah, that's like the joke I made at the beginning where I was like, "Weeaboos don't know." Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's how I used to be. I only cared about anime. I didn't care about the.
Did Glen cut out?
I think we have just lost Glen. So,
Did he have an earthquake?
probably.
I muted my mic.
Oh my god.
It's
Anyway,
a Sugoi country.
we should probably wrap up now.
Yeah, probably. What was your favorite part of Japan?
Like area or?
Well,
thing to
here,
do?
actually, one sec. I love how we just talked about how devastating, how like shitty the country is. It's just like natural disaster, fucking prime time. Can't wait till I live there.
I mean, I never had an earthquake,
it's
so I
worth
was,
it, you
whilst
know?
I was there. So
It's like people moving to California.
It's better than me dying in fucking California, New York, or Ohio.
yeah, dying in
Yeah.
Tokyo.
I'd rather die in
that's the dream.
Japan. Die with my
I don't think I've
people,
told this
dude.
story, but my first time flying out of Japan, we were flying over Japan and there was a big storm and the plane had a lot of turbulence and it dipped several hundred feet to the point where our meals flew out of our compartments and my fork landed on the person next to me, and I was just looking to my friend next to me and saying that, you know what, if we die, at least we'll like die in Japan.
That's all that matters. Japan is the only thing that matters. And that's why we just had an entire podcast about it. Even though I didn't go. Oh.
Soon enough, all three of us will be in Japan.
Yeah,
recording
we'll have
this.
a
Favorite
podcast.
favorite location in Japan. Favorite thing you did while you were there.
I love Yokohama. I love the city of Yokohama. It's a really beautiful city.
Not the answer I expected.
I know, like,
All
because
of,
I haven't
Japan, all of
mentioned
Japan
it.
is beautiful, but I was expecting that.
Not Nagoya.
Yokohama is, yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And the favorite thing I did there, probably going to Universal. Oh,
Universal's
and
great.
Tokyo Skytree as well. I did 2 stamp rallies in the Tokyo Skytree. It was amazing. I had a really good day there.
Matthew?
My favorite place is always going to be either Harajuku or Shibuya.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Kyoto.
I love Kyoto as a whole, but Harajuku and Shibuya are like probably my favorite areas. And my favorite thing I did was going to Miyajima, which is these really beautiful mountains. This is island right off the coast of Hiroshima, and there's the Great Torii there, which is this huge red torii gate, and it's just beautiful. It's like
What was
so scenic there.
What was the tide like when you were there?
The tide was high, so the torii was underwater.
Oh, okay.
And it was really cloudy too, so the clouds were bleeding through the mountains, so you could see the trees peek out through the vapor, and it was gorgeous.
My favorite place in Japan is Akiba, and my favorite thing I did there was nothing. I'm gonna go kill myself now. I'm glad AniPod's back. You guys can continue without me, right? You don't need me to set up like episodes
Glen,
anymore. Right?
I bet 50% or 60% that if you come to Tokyo, even Akiba, you're gonna hate it. It's just gonna
I
be too
don't
many
think
people
so.
for you.
Too many people's not the issue. It's when it's white people.
Don't go to
When I'm with my blood, when I'm with my Japanese brethren, even if they're not pure Japanese like I am okay with it.
Glen, what's your surname?
I don't tell that to you on the first date, dude.
Because it's not Takahata, that's for sure.
It's Ikahara. Okay, AniPod's back.